Hello. I don't know what this Tim Hartford thing is. This is what the Liberal Democrats are talking about. The Tim Hartford voter. And this is the person that the government should be pleasing. But Liz Truss clearly has not quite got there, and nor did Boris Johnson, and nor, I suppose, did Theresa May. How do we please Tim Hartford? Well, the first thing I think we have to do is we have to be clear about facts. And this posturing, which we've been going on with really since Brexit, needs to stop. So Liz Truss has been particularly given to posturing and trying to play chicken. We remember she did it with Sergei Lavrov. Over the course of the election campaign, she did it with the Bank of England. These are not people to pick fights with, particularly if you haven't done your homework and you haven't read your briefing papers. It's doomed to failure. The days of picking a fight based on a vibe, I think, are over. And we now need to enter the real world where the fights we picked are based on facts and on what the facts tell us. Now, I think that the meeting in Parliament last night was extremely instructive, where we saw the whole of the parliamentary force together talking with great respect to one another about the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. There were excellent speeches, one particularly from Boris Johnson, another one of the funniest and most touching speeches was from Mrs. May, who told this lovely speech about dropping cheese at a picnic. And she thought she played the comic timing to perfection. My goodness, as an ex-Prime Minister, Theresa May has really improved. And she said, I dropped the cheese. The cheese slid onto the floor, and I paused. I had a quick decision to make. I picked the cheese up. And then I looked round and the Queen was watching me. She smiled. The cheese remained uneaten. I just thought that was a brilliant story about the attention to detail of Her Majesty, but also it showed a wonderful ability to laugh at herself, which we haven't seen much in Theresa May over the last few years, and I think this is a wonderful revelation. Also, I loved the way she ended her speech. And all the way through the House, Keir Starmer, and indeed even Liz Truss, who was quite good. But what we need to see is more unity, more thought, more preparation, even if this means people are reading from papers. So we can't, the days of hunches, the days of vibes need to be over. We need to have facts.